Welcome back to Exhausted Reviews, where I was exhausted and I made reviews. And I've been absent. Life has just been life. But with this season of To Your Eternity ending, I need you guys to look at this. Do you see this? Do you see what this says? Production confirmed for season three. To Your Eternity season three is coming. And look at what's in his hand. Look at what's in his hand. Let me look at what's in his hand. He's got he literally has a boba cup in his hand. To Your Eternity is coming to the modern age. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen, how Fushi is going to react to the modern world, and how the modern world will react to this immortal being thrust upon it. Still wondering where Piran is. I haven't seen her in forever. A lot of people were hating on season 3 too. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people were hating, saying it wasn't as good as season 1, but they just that's what I like to call the season 2 curse, where season 2 will kind of not necessarily slow down, but usually season 2 will be a bit more setup, I suppose, of what's to come. Season 1 obviously had Fuchi growing from a husk of a person to a full fledged human being over the course of the season, to the point where he was able to talk and make friends and had a great time. But there's just something about season 2. It slowed down, or we only had one or two. All right, we had a good amount of companions this time, but Bon was really what tied this whole arc together. I knew Bon would be a great character when he was first introduced. You can go back and see some of the videos I did, where I knew Bon was going to be one of the like I loved him immediately, and I didn't realize that his ability. I mean, obviously it's season 2 spoilers, but yeah, his ability to see ghosts would come in so clutch at the end and allowing Fushi to remember the people, the memories of all of his lost friends, the ghosts who have decided to stay behind with Fushi, and obviously Perona wasn't gonna be there because she was just traumatized. I feel bad for her. She was traumatized. I could see why she didn't want to stick around, but this was a really great season. I cried 2 times during this episode. I've cried multiple times during the season already, but I cried 2 times. The first time I cried, hold on, let me find it, was when they, oh my god, when brought everyone back up to dinner and everyone's talking about what they want to do. I really thought Gugu and Fushi were gonna go off on some adventures together and go spend the rest of their lives adventuring, but Fushi decided he would. Fushi decided he would end up being kind of left behind to spread out throughout the world and take care of all the knockers. See what he had to do. So this was a scene right here where I cried. Was March crying for Fushi, and this was one of them. And then seeing that March literally would rather unalive herself. Seeing finding out that March unalived herself to be with Fushi was just so sad. March can never has anything going for her. Like she just has the worst luck. She died a kid. She was the first. I mean, she just has had such a bad luck. And I feel bad for her. Really hope she gets to be able to become a mom soon. That's all she wanted, and it was just really sad to see her go. And everybody went eventually. That's kind of the whole point of the series is that everybody dies eventually, but thankfully, by the end of the season, they were able to go out on their own terms, and Fushi kind of became basically a tree. Everyone got to live. Fushi started spreading his roots out throughout the whole land. Bon got resurrected in his house, and Fushi, the tower that Fushi became in, was in, became a tree. And the moment that had me crying was during Bon's funeral when Bon was dying, and with him and his kids and his brother and everyone around, and when it cut to this tree, and then the end credit scenes played, and it's got the same tree in the background, and then I realized because with this show you have to kind of skip the beginning and ending because it's like I don't want to get spoiled. I mean, like I know everyone's gonna die, but like they kind of do spoil a little bit. I'm glad they didn't spoil everyone returning in the opening, but in this, you kind of see it. It's basically the order that everyone died in. I mean, there's March. Echo was there first, and then March. And it's like basically the order everybody died in at the end of the series. And then Gugu and Tonari and Manriel all join in, and I was just crying. I'm just like they're all joining Fushi together in the afterlife, and this is what this ending song has been representing this entire time, is them dying at the end of the show and then coming back. And poor Echo. Echo deserves so much better. Feel bad for Echo. And then we have freaking Fushi and the skyscrapers. Look at this. Fushi in the modern world. What's he gonna do? What kind of adventures is he gonna into? What kind of crazy random awesomeness is he gonna end up in? I don't know. This is insane. I'm sure I should make this bigger, but still, guys, like come on, like To Your Eternity, easily one of the best shows, top 5 shows easily so far. Like this show, and people are like, "Oh, I can't really get invested because I know everyone's gonna die." But it's not about the people who die; it's about the people who get left behind. Clearly, you don't. You guys must have misunderstood the assignment because that's what the show has always been about. Is Fushi carrying that weight, and then eventually learning that he was never alone the whole time. And it's just beautiful. I love it. The show is amazing. The whole arc with the Renville arc, and the shout out to Kahaku for unaliving himself, and the church with those bombs in his pocket. That was fire. That was kind of heat. I'm not gonna lie. After that knocker, he kind of redeemed himself in the end, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, shout out to Kahaku. I'm still wondering because at the end of the first season, Pioran got resurrected as the girl with long purple hair that we saw in the opening. Spoilers for the opening, because like there's always spoilers in the opening. So when is she gonna come back? I want to see when she comes back and meets Fushi again. I want to see what she's been getting up to and what she's been doing, and just yeah, this has just been this has been a wild ride. I'm excited. I'm gonna start coming back in here into the lab and recording more reactions to YouTube videos again, just to get a couple minutes in there. Editing is hard, so yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this one. Why should I? No, we're not gonna edit this one. It's just going straight up to the thing. That's what you guys are gonna get. Second channel content. I'm gonna start focusing on other stuff too, but second channel content, second channel content, second channel content. And if you want more second channel content, subscribe to the second channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!